96 women were engaged for a project of constructing a railway track of length 18 kilometers in 4 weeks. After 1 week, it was observed that work of 4 kilometers was completed. How many additional women should be engaged for timely completion of the project? Okay, so this is nothing but basic concept of time and work. The work equivalence, or otherwise you can call it as a man-days logic. M1 D1 H1 divided by W1 is equal to M2 D2 H2 divided by W2. Okay. So this is nothing but M1 D1 H1 W1 are case 1 values. M2 D2 H2 W2 are nothing but case 2 values. M1 M2 is nothing but manpower engaged in doing the work. D1 D2 are nothing but number of days. H1 H2 are nothing but number of hours. W1 and W2 are nothing but the number of units of work done in case 1 and case 2. Okay. So what is the storyline of the question? 96 women were engaged for a project of constructing a railway track of length 18 kilometers. Okay. After 1 week, it was observed that a work of 4 kilometers was completed, and how many additional women are required. So here we have to take out the case 1 and case 2 values clearly to substitute in the formula. Okay. So if we can figure it out, what is case 1 and case 2 values directly from these values of given information, then we can answer the question directly. Okay. So let's write down the values of M1 D1, M2 D2, and then H1 and W1 values, H2 W2. So M1 means 96 people were engaged. So 96 people will start the work. Okay. And D1 means after 1 week means they worked for how many days? They worked for 1 week. That means 7 days. Okay. So ours they have not mentioned. You can ignore the value of H1 and H2 here. Okay. Next W1 means how many units of work has done? 4 units of work has done. That is nothing but 4 kilometers. Okay. So if the target is to complete that in 4 weeks, what is the remaining time that is given for them? Remaining time is nothing but 4 weeks, right? So 4 weeks means it is nothing but 21 days. Okay. You can write it as 7 and 21, or otherwise you can write it as 1 week and 3 weeks. Anyway, which is fine. Okay. Manpower means if the same 96 people were there and doing the work to finish that time, like to finish the completion of the project timely to do for the work, definitely it is not possible. That means according to the given information, 96 women are there, and then plus extra women will be added here. Okay. So now H2 is not given here. W2 means total 18 kilometers of work is there, right? Out of 18 kilometers, 4 kilometers is done already. Rest is nothing but 14 kilometers. Okay. So these are the values of M1, D1, H1 and W1, M2, D2, H2 and W2. Okay. So let's substitute the values in the main formula. M1 is 96, D1 is 7 days, H1 is not given, W1 is nothing but 4, M2 is nothing but 96 plus X, and D2 is nothing but 21. Next W2 is nothing but 14. Okay. So 7 ones and 7 threes here. Here it is nothing but 2 twos and then 2 sevens. Okay. So now cross multiply and then find for the values of X. X is nothing but some additional men. Okay. So X is nothing but additional women. Okay. So now if you cross multiply, 96 into 7 is nothing but already 3 is there over right. So 3 twos are it is 6. 6 into 96 plus 6. So this is the next part of calculation. 96 into 7. What is the value of 96 into 7? 96 into 7 is nothing but 672. So 672 implies 96 into 6. Okay. How much is the value? That is nothing but 576 plus 6x into is the value here. Okay. So 672 minus 576. How much is the value? This is nothing but 96 here, which is implies of 6. So X is nothing but 96 by 6. So 96 by 6 means X is equal to 16. How many additional women were required? Additional women required are nothing but 16. What is the answer for the question? Option B, 16 is the answer for the question. Okay. Only thing here you have to do is M1 D1 H1 M2 D2 H2 values you have to write down clearly, and W1 W2 the units of work that is completed we have to write down clearly to solve for the question. Okay. So M1 is 96. In 1 week, they have completed 4 kilometers of work. So W1 is 4 kilometers and D1 is 7. And rest is 14 kilometers of work. So W2 is 14. And rest time is 21 days or 3 weeks to complete the project on time. Extra people will be required for sure. So 96 plus 6. Work equivalence logic, if you have applied, additional women required to complete the project is 16. Option B, 16 is the answer.